Movie Tree.
Howdy, howdy, branches, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Tree podcast where we dive directly into the modern era.
Are you ready to drink spicy margaritas on the beach and make bad decisions?
Yes, that makes me want to do it, actually.
Actually,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, this movie did make me want to do that.
It did.
We're doing The Fall Guy,
We are.
2024's Ryan Gosling single hit. I think this was the only one he did for the year.
From memory, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's getting to that point, isn't he?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a movie a year.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Anyway, we haven't done this in a while,
No.
but if you want to know how we got here and the formula we use, for
Good
this
golly,
whole
tell us.
goddamn podcast. This is what we do. Each episode, we review a movie. At the end of the review, we decide the movie for next week's episode. The catch is the next movie we pick must be connected to the previous movie, whether that's by an actor, a writer, or the director. For instance, this week, we've chosen The Fall Guy. Why?
Well, Ryan Gosling was he played Driver in Drive,
And we did Drive last
and
week.
he plays Colt Severs in The Fall Guy.
That's a good name, Colt.
That's a strong
Colt
name.
Severs.
Strong name.
It's a strong stuntman
It
name,
is, it is.
Colt.
The storyline: a stuntman fresh off an almost career-ending accident has to track down a missing movie star, solve a conspiracy, and try to win back the love of his life while still doing his day job. What could possibly go right?
Absolutely shook this wasn't a Shane Black film.
It's got all the makings of one, hasn't it?
Even the way they speak, it's Shane Black. And
It
you're
is,
like,
the
was he
dialogue.
like a Ghost Rider or something?
I don't think so. When did you first watch?
At the cinemas.
I at the cinemas too. This is. I've got to say, this is the newest movie we've ever done.
Ever.
It's fresh.
Ever.
The paint's still dripping.
The closest we ever went, I think, was June. And that was like a year.
A year after
before we did it.
This
yeah.
was April this year.
Yeah.
So
Last year.
Last year, yeah. Sorry, you got me there. You go.
Hey, bang, bang.
IMDb 6.9, which has come down since the cinematic release. It's come down since it hit streaming. Rotten Tomatoes though, 82% critics, 85%.
Most people
audience.
liked it. Ah.
Why wouldn't you? Budget of 125 mil, only made 180 mil.
That's probably where it gets a bit of
Yeah,
heat.
32nd at the box office for 2024. Top movies for last year were Inside Out 2. That smashed it, Inside Out 2. Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, every movie in the top 5 last year was a sequel. So you had Inside Out 2 at number 1.
Yep.
Deadpool and Wolverine at number 2. Despicable Me 4 at number 3. Moana 2 at number 4. And June Part 2 at number 5.
So it seems like people didn't want to go to the movies unless they knew that they were seeing. Yep.
Released on the 24th of April 2024. Runtime of 2 hours and 6 minutes. Produced by 87 North. And if you can't tell, they're all over the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Branding, jackets, even the giant inflatable fucking pillow.
And that's part of the whole gimmick of it. I love it. Yeah.
Awards. It was. I say it's nominated because this movie's so new. The awards haven't happened yet. Nominated for Best Action/Adventure Film at the Saturn Awards. Like I said, they have not happened yet.
Yeah.
The other films nominated, I don't get this. Argyle. Yeah, I feel you.
Well, did we have no other adventure films? Action adventure
This
films?
is the rest. Deadpool and Wolverine. Fly Me to the Moon is not an action or an adventure film.
I wouldn't think so from the trailers, no.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare
It's an adventure.
and Twisters. Definitely an adventure.
Adventure. Yeah. Action.
I feel like Fall Guy's in with a chance. I feel like Deadpool and Wolverine will probably take it.
Yeah. Well, what is it? That's the Saturn Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Deadpool and that. Because they're very sci-fi based.
Yep.
Yeah. But if they had a stuntman category
Yes.
in the fucking Academy
Well, that's
Awards.
a sore point that came out of this movie. Directed by David Leitch, who's done Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Hobbs and Shaw, and Bullet Train.
He's going all right.
He's going all right.
Going all
Building
right.
a solid resume.
Yeah,
To the cast. I'm going to say Ryan Gosling seems to, I think I've said it a few times over the last few years, he's peaking, but he's continuing to redefine his
He's
peak.
Hey, this guy's peaking. Oh, shit, he's getting to the peak.
He is just, he's glorious.
There's a moment in
movie.
this where he takes his shirt off and he has the back injury. You see his back injury.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen him this jacked.
He is
He's
glorious.
looking good.
So Ryan Gosling, 44. Emily Blunt, the beautiful Emily Blunt, 41. ATJ, Aaron Taylor Johnson, 34. Haddon Waddingham, what a career. she's having at the moment. 50 she is now.
Yeah, she really took off after
She
Game
is-
of Thrones and then into...
Game of Thrones into Ted Lasso,
Yep.
into movies. Teresa Palmer, 38, and Winston Duke, 38. Skinning the smoke wagon last week. You said a 4.5, which I kind of thought was a bit lofty. I've since revised that.
Here we go.
That opinion. On the back of that, I said a 3.5 to 4.
Yep.
On the back of that, can I have your thoughts and score out of 5?
I can tell you it lived up to my honeymoon rating, even
lovely.
with the critical eye being run over it. The thing I enjoy about this film the most is what you said earlier. It is a love letter to stuntmen, a true love letter. They didn't just phone it in and say, hey, look, the main character's a stunt guy, and then go make a generic action film. Everything Colt Seavers does in this film is based around his abilities as a stuntman. You watch a spy movie, the spies spy their way all over the place. Fancy gadgets, hot women, suave hotels. They made Colt Seavers a fucking stuntman. To get into Tom's apartment, he parkours over his car and up a balcony ladder. To stop the drug dealer getting away, he puts in a mouthguard and just stands in front of the car.
Exactly.
When he can't get into the hotel room, he doesn't kick the door down. He just runs his body through it. And at the end, he knows exactly how many rounds were in the gun because that's what you have to do as a stuntman.
Yep.
You have to be prepared. The love story that plays out between Colt and Jodie isn't anything super special, but you can tell that the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt is there, and it's moments like the All Too Well and Love Is Only a Feeling montages that you sit there and you go, this is fucking great, man. I'm falling in love with both of them. If I'm going to say anything bad about this film, it probably goes 15 to 20 minutes too long.
Yep.
I'd remove the entire boat scene, in my opinion, and just jump straight onto the set.
Yeah.
I think that works out for me.
One stunt too many, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, I don't even think that boat one's much of a stunt. Like, they just... but my final score, a little bit higher than I thought. We're going to 4.7.
4.7?
I love this so much, I brought it on Apple the moment it came out.
Yeah.
And like I said, it lived up to my honeymoon ranking. Like, I had more of a pleasure in this one noticing Colt do all the stuntman shit to get stuntman shit done.
Yep.
Like, and I thought that was fantastic that I noticed it this time and not the first time. So, yeah, I loved it and I will continue to watch it.
Good.
What is your score? I'm interested in this one.
Yeah, this is a good fucking movie.
Good movie.
Really enjoyable now that I've had a second watch because I hadn't seen this in cinemas. The chemistry between Gosling and Blunt is fantastic. Like, chef's kiss. And like you said, it's not anything special. And David Leitch does a really fucking great job of just making them everyday people.
Yep.
Almost. Like
With problems.
They just happen to work on movies. Like, it's really well told. I love the fact that this was shot in Australia too. Kudos to that. Being a movie all about stunts and stunt guys, the stunts they do in this movie are crazy fucking good. To the point where the cannon roll set a Guinness World Record for the amount of rolls.
And the guy was all good at the end.
That was true.
Yep.
At times, for me, it gets a little bogged down by dialogue-heavy scenes, especially when Colt and Jodie are talking on the phone.
I feel like that's the Shane Black portion. You're like, this is very Shane Black.
It is, yeah, but maybe just a little bit too much. And like you said, maybe ran for just a tiny bit too long. But at the end of the day, this is just a great ride from beginning to end. And you kind of got to suspend your sense of belief a little bit to get along with this. Yeah. But you're right. He does stuntman stuff. Even to the point of a stuntman would know basic fighting techniques.
Yep.
Because he has to know them for choreography in a movie. So you can understand how he handles himself in a fight with professionals.
Even getting shot with the gun.
Yes.
Like the fake
Like he knows
gun.
how to
He
take
knows
a
how to
bullet.
take a
Exactly
bullet.
right.
Yeah.
Scored above what I said last week. I gave it a 4.3.
Wow, that's really high.
Well, I said
That
four.
is really
I said
high.
3.5 to 4.
Oh, mate, I'm happy with
I
that.
really
I didn't
enjoyed
think
it.
you would get into the force.
I really enjoyed
Very
it.
good.
That puts it at a 4.5. Puts it exactly equal with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So it puts
Love
it
them
at
both.
42nd around that mark. So
50.
we're talking V for Vendetta, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Disturbia, and Training Day. Those kinds of names.
All movies we'd love to watch.
All movies we do love to watch. Best on ground.
Easily Ryan Gosling, man, as Colt Seavers. Okay. He lands lines so beautifully. He's like, yeah, we'll get him in the car and then we'll beat the shit out of him. he says that line 3 times. Ryan Gosling has the ability to know when he's doing something funny, I think, and he nails how to do it funny.
I think a lot of people don't see past the looks. He's a phenomenal actor.
Oh, and he did the right thing going very indie. Because he could have, after Notebook, he could have just done the McConaughey path. I'm going to do this love story, that love story. I'm going to get my abs out. But no, he's like, I'm going to go gritty.
We said it during Drive. Yeah.
I'm going to hit up with, what's his name?
Call it his gritty trilogy. You got Drive, Place Beyond the Pines, and Only God Forgives. So.
And he still gets his rig out in those. Yeah. But goddamn, he made the right move. And I think another person who's on the same path is Robert Pattinson. He could have just gone and done all these lovey-doveys. But he went indie series. He's just like, I'm going to do gritty. I'm going to show people I can act.
I was going to say, our Pats wanted to show the world he had more to offer than just being a sparkly vampire.
I think Ryan Gosling had the same thing. I'm more than just a guy you want to kiss.
I'm more than the Notebook, yeah.
I'm more than, the guy who holds you up while we kiss in the rain. Yeah. I'm gritty. Yep. I can snap necks and shit.
Yeah, okay.
And he can, and we love it.
Very
love it. Who would you got?
Props to Gosling. I had ATJ. Aaron Taylor Johnson as Tom Ryder. Dude was fucking awesome as the egocentric, out of touch with reality, in quotes, movie star. Yep. This bloke is great in everything he's ever been in. I can't think of a bad ATJ performance.
I can tell you now on my thoughts, I probably thought they were running a bit long, but the next bit I wanted to put into my thoughts was we didn't get enough of him.
No.
We didn't get enough of him.
No, we didn't. And I wonder if how much of it was left on the cutting room floor.
He played the douche so much that I wanted to see him be more douchey. Like
I would watch watch a Tom Ryder origin movie.
Oh, absolutely. Like how he came up.
West on Ground.
This was easy, man. Ben Knight as Dressler. Somehow the Aussie guy speaks like he's an American speaking Aussie. He's the main goon, the red-headed one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why do you not sound Australian?
Why aren't you just Australian?
Yeah, why aren't you just...
Like, we're in Australia.
You're done, mate, that's for sure. And I'm like, did they ask you to put an Australian accent on top of your Australian accent?
Yeah. Can you Australian it up a bit?
Well, I had to look him up, and I'm like, this guy, they're in Australia, and they somehow hired a Yank to play an Australian. And I'm, no,
he's an Aussie.
He's an Aussie, and I'm like, how? It's just Dubby's voice.
Yeah.
Dubby's voice. Who you got?
I almost went with no one, but then you're right. He's made a big deal of. He's like the main goon.
Yeah.
And he should be a lot more menacing. He gets his ass handed to him so easily, and his voice, fuck me. It is so goddamn annoying. Play of the day.
So my play of the day is, and this is probably, like I said, the love story is probably the weakest part of this film.
Yep.
But man, it becomes all perfect when he listens to All Too Well in the truck.
How good is that scene?
That Taylor Swift song. And you know what? You almost don't care. Like, they have such good, like, back and forth in that first scene. But you don't really know what they've been through. All you've seen is, they were going to go on a date. And they were going to have this moment. Then he had the accident. Yeah. And now, and you almost like, well, why is she so pissed? And then that little, 15-second montage of All Too Well and them playing on the set and everything. I'm like, oh, God, let them be together forever. They're perfect.
Exactly.
But I want to give props to the lit on fire scene where she keeps lighting him on fire.
Time and time again.
And she just...
And he just cops it,
too.
Yeah,
and she hits him with the story. Yeah. And he's just like, thank you, Jody. I'll hit the wall better now.
It's a thinly veiled allegory for their relationship.
I those two scenes, man. A funny thing, like the strength of this movie is the stunts and his acting as a stuntman. But the two scenes that are my play of the days are about their love.
Yeah. That's that All Too Well scene. Jake Gyllenhaal must cringe every time he hears that fucking song. Poor bastard.
The bloke had to like close his Instagram.
Yeah,
because everyone kept putting the
even
red
Maggie had to shut down hers.
That's rough.
And he was legitimately, him and Tay-Tay were together for like 3 months, and he missed her 21st.
Yeah,
and that's what the whole song.
The whole song's about. I'm like, she's a great songwriter.
Yeah. Like,
I actually love, that's a good version. I love the 10-minute version.
Yes, same.
The acoustic. Yeah.
If I'm Travis Kelce, I'm like, what the fuck have I got myself into? I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving.
Unless he wants to hear a banger song about it.
She could legitimately close me down and buy the company I work for.
True. Or any company he ever wants to work for.
Would you watch it again?
Oh, absolutely.
Honestly, I really think I will. I'd like to give this another watch soon, where I can just watch it and take it in rather than reviewing it at the same time. Where did you watch?
Brought on Apple.
You bought an Apple. I watched it on Netflix. You can also watch it on Binge.
Mm.
The DVD, the Blu-ray, 4K Ultra HD, and Steelbook are all available at JB Hi-Fi.
I might go get the Steelbook.
Yeah, I think it's worth it for this sort of thing. Do you want some trivia?
I do.
Let's do some movie trivia.
Body count. Body count.
One dead.
Yeah, Henry, the stunt guy.
What about, what's his name at the end?
Is he dead?
McGinley
He's-
list?
he's-
Are we
he's
McGinley
Tom
listing
Ross.
Tom Ross? But
Oh, I'm happy to change it to 2.
up to you, mate.
I'll change it to 2.
Up to you.
We'll make it 2.
Your list, so
2. It's not my list.
it's your list. You read it out every week.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, 2
Hello, Mr. Nice Watch.
is a big one. Ryan Gosling. Again, this is 2 movies in a row.
Yep.
Wears a watch.
He does.
In this watch, he wears a Tag Heuer, Carrera chronograph watch. The exact watch worn by Ryan Gosling is a FC 6534 with black perforated leather strap. As we know, Gosling is signed to Tag Heuer as an ambassador.
Yep.
Has been for a few years now.
That's living.
Loves his style, mate. That is the fucking dream.
Hey.
If a watch company came to GPG and said, "Hey, guy, we want you to wear our watches on your podcast when you film the episodes," fuck yeah, I'll wear 3.
If God came to me and said, "Look, you can be Ryan Gosling and you get to be married to Eva Mendes,"
They're not married.
Are they? Oh,
No,
there you
not
go.
married.
You get to bang Eva Mendes every
Yes.
week, every night, and you get to kiss Emily Blunt in films, and you get to be you.
Yeah.
Like you just get to be you.
Yeah,
I mean, life's
and you're getting free watches.
and guess what? Tag Heuer wants you as their ambassador.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's just a laugh, man.
Take me.
It's just a laugh.
me. Ryan Gosling had a chance encounter with Steven Spielberg, who told him he loved this movie. And Gosling said, and I quote, "As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter anymore what happens. Steven Spielberg liked it. That was an all-time moment for me. I'm really excited for people to see it. I think it's a really special movie." A little bit of casting. This movie has been in development since 2010. Tom Cruise, Keanu Reeves, Nicolas Cage, Dwayne Johnson, and Sir Jason Statham.
Ah, yes. I am the unknown stuntman.
We're all eyed to play Cold Seavers over the years. Could you imagine if I played Cold Seavers? Be a fucking better movie.
I am the unknown stuntman.
I am the future Sir Jason Statham.
Jodie, I like you.
I do.
I'm gonna get your
I
film,
like you,
mate.
Jodie. I'm gonna make your film, but I'm also gonna get the bad guys.
He's got too much of an angry streak. He
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
I'm the stuntman, but also I do the stunts.
Everything was nailed here.
It was exactly. Johnson branching.
Branch me.
Do you want some branching?
I said branch me.
Okay.
And now it's time for us to branch out and decide what we'll watch next week.
What do we got, mate?
You got 5.
Yep.
Emily Blunt or Krasinski, depending who you ask. Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, yep.
Emily Blunt or Krasinski. A Quiet Place.
Oh,
ATJ. Bullet Train.
oh.
Teresa Palmer. Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek.
Wow.
And Drew Pearce. Hotel Artemis.
Yeah, wipe out Artemis.
Yep.
I think I want to watch Bullet Train before I review it
Okay.
again.
You haven't seen it again since you saw it?
No, no. I almost watched it the other night.
Okay.
And to be honest, I watched Edge of Tomorrow like 2 months ago.
Yep.
I love
I
that.
feel like
I love that movie.
it's a race of 2 then.
Yeah.
A Quiet Place or Wolf Creek?
Wolf Creek.
That's tempting, isn't it?
That really is. That's a real out there option.
Isn't it?
I think we should take it.
I'm happy to because I don't know that we're getting there any other way. Hey.
Fuck it. Let's do Wolf
we like-
Creek. Hey, that's why we do
Yes.
this. That's why we do this.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah,
An
nice.
Aussie classic. All right, on the back of that then.
Go ahead, skin it. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Why don't I hear body count anymore?
I did it before.
I didn't hear it.
Didn't you?
No.
Well, you'll have to watch the YouTube video.
We'll see.
100%. It was in there.
I'm back at work Monday. I might not have time.
There you go.
I might not.
Shit
have
ain't like
time.
that.
Shit ain't like that.
Anyway, Wolf Creek.
I can tell you right now, this was one of my biggest letdowns when I was younger. So
Really?
I was so excited about how it was built up. This is almost what am I trying to think of? Wicked.
Yeah, okay.
Like it was so built up and as a horror movie, and there was just nothing there for me. But as I grew older, I understood. Like, when was this? 2000.
Early noughties. Noughties?
Yeah.
Late noughties, maybe?
2007 or 8.
Yeah.
I would have only been like 16, 17, maybe 18.
Yep.
And I didn't quite understand what disturbing was.
Yes.
So I watched this again when I was about 25, and the whole head on a stick scene
Pig on a stick, yeah.
absolutely
2005.
had me. So what am I there? I'm like, yeah, I'm about 15.
16, yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and all I want is like, I know what you did last summer, just slasher.
Okay.
I want some Halloween. I'm like, this is what they're calling this one of the great horrors.
It's
And what they should have called is disturbing.
disturbing, yes.
Disturbing. And I didn't quite understand disturbing until I hit my mid-20s.
Yep.
And like, yeah, that pig on a stick.
Yeah.
That sticks with
and,
me.
And Nathan Phillips with his hands nailed to wherever he is.
So, exciting.
Yeah, same.
exciting. I will probably give it, I'm going to go 3.
3.
3. I don't think it's going to hit high on anything for me other than disturbing.
I'm going to go 3.5 because I've always enjoyed this movie. And I
Yeah.
think as we've said many, many times over our journey so far, we have a love-hate relationship with Australian cinema.
Oh, yeah.
This is definitely a love part of the relationship,
Yeah.
this movie.
Yep.
Because it's shot in gorgeous locations in the Northern Territory, shot on location at actual Wolf Creek. And John Jarratt's performance in this
Yeah.
is fucking awesome.
I can remember that he is so good as that creep.
Yep.
Creep Australian that you'd find in a pub.
Yeah.
But you'd also find in fucking a prison cell.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
he's
right.
that bad. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, good. Very good.
Oh,
Wolf
oh.
Creek.
Good times.
Good times.
Let's get out of here.
Well, let's get out of here.
Johnny.
Fucking, it is fucking hot
Yeah.
today.
Don't anyone ever question our commitment to this goddamn podcast.
Literally,
It's like 34 degrees
recording
in
in
here.
a fucking sweatbox.
It's 34 degrees outside. It's about 39 in here.
It is.
Johnny Keys is slipping all over the
Probably
keys.
why we're naked, but
Yeah.
we're not filming episodes yet.
Someone's got to do it.
hey,
Someone's got to do
when
it.
in Rome.
What are you guys going to listen to if not us?
Exactly.
Don't say another podcast. Don't you?
Don't you fucking dare.
We will feel that in our hearts
Exactly
if you
right.
say it or think it. Don't think it.
Don't think it. I can feel people thinking it now. God damn it, put it in their heads. If you know someone who might like to listen to us and share an episode with them, you can drop us a line by email at themovietreepod@gmail.com. Not sure why I'm trying to say this as fast as humanly possible. Check us out on socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
You've been listening to too many of those government ads.
Yeah, true.
All right, reserve.
Brought to you by the Australian
Adios, unknown stuntmen.
who hopefully will be known soon.
No,
They need to be recognised.
no.
No? No.
Adios, stuntmen.